Well, you know, movies come and go every year, but it's the best of the year that we keep talking about.
Yeah, movie critic Chuck Koplinski is in tonight to break down the best, and you've got 10 on your list. Some of them, I'm sure some have Oscar buzz.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen a year where so many of the movies that are making most of the 10 lists have come in the last 6 weeks. I mean, usually studios do that to, back-end things so that they stay in the mind of the people who give out the awards, but I've never seen a year like this, and I think that tells us what a bad year it was. And really, overall, it was not a good year at the movies.
Lovely.
Yeah. All right, we're going to talk about the 10 best first.
Okay.
So give us the rundown from 10 to 6, I guess.
Okay, 10 to 6. We'll go 10 to 6 first. We've got Animal Kingdom, the gangster film from Australia, was fantastic. Never Let Me Go, the English film with Keira Knightley and Carey Mulligan. Hereafter, the Clint Eastwood film with Matt Damon as the guy who can communicate with the dead. The Ghost Rider came out very early with Ewan McGregor and Pierce Brosnan, a political thriller directed by Roman Polanski. And then, of course, Inception, the best film of the summer, definitely, the Leonardo DiCaprio twisty-turning, mind-bending
Oh, yeah, I
thing.
do remember that one.
Great film. So those were the bottom 5 on the top 10 list for me anyway.
All right, let's talk a little more detail about the top 5.
Yeah, well, Kids Are All Right, movie I really liked. It was known as the lesbian movie, but it's much more than that. Julianne Moore, Annette Bening, they have 2 children, and they seek out the actual father of the children, and he enters the picture. A lot of great questions about what love is, what relationships are. Really smart movie. I like that one a lot.
And didn't somebody get a Golden Globe nomination in that?
I think both women were nominated, yeah, and we're going to hear about that one at Oscar time, too. Number 4, I had The Social Network. A lot of people are putting that at the top of their list, and I really, really liked that film. It was a little cold for me, though. I mean, and it's supposed to be cold, but it didn't engage me emotionally, but still a fascinating film about how Facebook came about.
Yeah, the creator of that Facebook is a little... They say that he's a little withdrawn, basically not withdrawn, but he's a little cold to people that...
Well, they suspect that he may have Asperger's disease, and so they think that might be one of the issues that he's dealing with.
Okay.
So, number 3 on the list was True Grit, the Jeff Bridges remake.
And that one's just coming out.
It just came out on the 22nd, about a week ago. Calling it a remake is wrong. It's just a different version of the film. Okay. And the great part about this movie is a young lady named Haley Stassfield. Remember that name? First film, she was 13 years old when she filmed this. It's her movie, because her character hires Bridges and another character to go find the killer of her father. And so she actually steals scenes from Bridges and Matt Damon.
Really?
Something that's not too easy. Remember that name? Haley Stansfield. True Grit, best Western since Unforgiven. Number 3 on my list.
Fantastic.
Yeah, loved it.
All right, number 2 on the list.
Number 2 on the list was The King's Speech. That's going to open up here, I believe, on the 14th. True story about King Henry VI. He ended up becoming king. He didn't expect to be king because his brother was in line, but he abdicated the throne because he fell in love with a commoner. So this guy becomes king. Problem is, he's got an incredible speech impediment. He's got a horrible stammer, and it's about how he overcomes that with his speech therapist, played there by Jeffrey Rush. What an incredible movie. And I found online yesterday, they had, the BBC actually has put on their website the actual speech of the king that they found in their archives that is delivered at the end of this film.
Really?
It's the culminating moment of the movie. Incredible movie. We'll talk about it more, but see The King's Speech when it comes out, I believe, again, the 14th here.
And it, too, got a Golden Globe nod.
And it's the front runner for all the Oscars, as it should be.
Yeah, he's a great actor, the guy in the lead there.
Your favorite of the year?
My favorite of the year, 127 Hours. I think we talked about this one before. God, I love this movie. It's not a perfect movie by any stretch. Few films are, but it's the movie that moved me most this year. It's the one that got me most emotionally involved with this poor guy, Aaron Ralston, who ended up getting stuck while mountain climbing, and after 5 days made that failed decision to sever his own arm to get away. James Franco, you've never seen him like this before, so serious, such a good actor. He has to carry this film for over an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's stuck in that spot.
He is stuck, and he said it was an incredible acting exercise, but it also makes for an incredible film. The thing that got me the most was when he has a hallucination at the end and he sees something that may happen in his future. And that gives him the impetus to do what he does. And I was moved to tears.
Yeah.
My favorite movie of the year, 127 Hours.
Again, you had a connection with him. That's why it's so important.
That is the most important thing, I think, with any piece of art.
All right. Well, the 10 duds that we're going to talk about next, no connection?
None at all.
Yeah, exactly.
None at all.
All right.
Well, there were feelings, but none of them positive.
Good. All right. We'll see if you agree with the list when we come back.